B Smokehouse back here with you. Today we're doing duck. One very important thing about duck is that because it's a waterfowl that lives in, they like cold areas, they're going to have a fatty layer under their skin. I've went through with my hole punching device. I don't have anything in particular. This is an injector needle. And I went through and poked holes all over this bird. Those holes will aid in fat rendering. It gives the fat a place to run. If you didn't do that and you try cooking this bird, it'd be a very fatty piece of meat, not enjoyable to anybody. Alright, so I've got all my holes punched out all over this bird. What we're going to do, I'm going to let the refrigerator help me in drying the skin out, and then tomorrow I'm going to get it on my Weber 22-inch kettle. For now, we're going to go ahead and salt it down. And then we're going to call it a night. So this salt will aid in pulling some moisture out. We're not going to do it too long. This will go about 8 to 10 hours, maybe 12. All right, that's going to be enough for that side. Let's make sure we get these legs. But we're going to pull some moisture out and pull some flavor in. And I'm treating this just like I would a chicken. We're not going to make this too difficult. Alright, so that's good for one side. Then we're going to flip it on over to the other side. This is about a, if I haven't mentioned already, this is about a 9-pound bird. Then once I take it out of the refrigerator tomorrow, might give it another pat down and put it back in the fridge right before it cooks. Then I'll go on with my other seasonings. Again, we're going to keep this simple. Maybe some garlic powder, but most definitely some black pepper. There you have it. Stay tuned. Next time you see me, I'll be pulling this out of my refrigerator and getting a fire started. YouTube, we back. This is my duck. This duck has been sitting in the fridge for about 12 hours. I patted it dry with some paper towels. I then hit it with some oil. In this case, I'm using grapeseed oil. I also have stuffed this bird with onions, apples, some mandarin oranges, and celery pieces I've had on hand. Now, it's already been oiled down, so now we're going to get to seasoning. I'm getting a bit of a late start on this, as with every other cook that I do. We're going to season this, and then I'm going to get a fire started, and we're going to toss this bird on. Now, I will say I'm not really cooking this to where the breasts are pink. This bird is going to be done all the way through. I know it's going to still be juicy. That was the reason for doing the dry brine. This is going to be my bottom side, which is why it's getting seasoned first. That's Lawry's. Of course, again, would it be B Smokehouse if I'm not going heavy with the black pepper? Again, we pat. Just trying to get an even coverage, even coat. I like how that looks. I do like that color that Lawry's giving it. And then we're gonna go on, we're gonna finish it off with some granulated garlic. Granulated garlic over the powdery stuff, guys. Alright. That looks good. Looks good on the camera as well. You can see a little bit of the liquid that's leached out here. That's from that salt. Alright. I did pin back my wings. We're going to go ahead and flip this over. Hopefully I don't lose. Let's see if I can do it without losing everything. So I don't lose my innards. Alright. So this is the presentation side. So I want to make sure this is as pretty as that underside, or even better. Again, Lawry's. Not too heavy. Going pretty light. I did salt the inside of the bird as well. Alright. Yeah, we're going to treat this just like a turkey or a chicken. Now we're going to go on with it's that black pepper. It's Badia brand. It's one of my favorite cuts of black pepper to use. As I was searching how to do a duck, I noticed, I mean, there are a few videos, but usually everybody's trying to stick to, you know, a kitchen standard or a standard of how they cook breast or duck breast or duck period in a culinary kitchen, a restaurant. Mine's gonna be a bit different, guys. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. It'll all get eaten. Alright, here with a nice heavy bit of granulated garlic. And that's gonna be it. We're gonna let this sit here. The next time you see me, we're gonna be getting ready to throw this on the smoker. Stay tuned. Let me show you how we rolling today. Weber 22-inch kettle. Keep going with a mixture of royaloak and Kingsford blueback. I need some extreme heat today, guys. I will be more controlled than what I normally do. I've got a drip pan in here because I am going to glaze this. I did make a glaze. We'll talk about it later. Stay tuned. Show you what we looking like. The bird looking pretty good. Getting ready to get this thing on. I like the smoke that I'm getting. I'm not adding any applewood chunks or any wood today because we're using so much lump charcoal. We're going breast up, and we're gonna leave it. We won't be back for another 45 minutes. Now, what I will do, probably every 45 minutes, I'm going to turn to promote even cooking. Other than that, stay tuned. We got a duck on the Weber today, guys. Let me show you what we're looking like. That's a duck. You see the stuffing I got in there? Won't be using this, just using it for flavor. That will be taken out when the duck is done. I've got a drip pan under here. I'm ordering Kingsford and royaloak lump. No water in the trough. On the Weber 22-inch kettle. Stay tuned. Alright, it's been 45 minutes since I put this on. Alright, looking alright. Give you a closer look. Been 45 total minutes. Color hasn't truly come in yet. We still got a bit of moisture on the skin. We got a little pullback on the legs. That's looking good. I'm going to give this a flip. We are running with the intake about halfway open. The same with the exhaust. It smells pretty good. We're going to continue this. Gonna keep going on. Stay tuned. Alright guys, this has been about an hour and a half. Color starting to come in. I am starting to see fat leak out. This pan here has fat in it. That's what you want when you're messing with a duck, guys. We're going to go ahead and twist it around again. I'm going to flip it for even cooking. It's full of that guy. Ugh. It's definitely hot. That fat's coming out of there. Smells delicious. Like the color. That skin is starting to crisp up. Like where we going. Stay tuned. Alright, we're back. It's going on about 3 hours. A little bit over 3 hours. So we're going to start glazing. We're going to glaze. Not going to rub it with a brush because I don't want to knock my knock any of my seasoning off. We're going to do this 2 or 3 times before we pull this off. I have bumped up the temp in this because I wanted to crisp the skin up. So I'm going to be watching this carefully for the next 20-25 minutes because I don't want it to burn. Stay tuned. Duck is done. Get ready to pull it off. Look at that color. Hit it with the glaze about 3 times. I'm happy with the amount of fat that came out of there. Yes, sir. YouTube, B Smokehouse back here with you. Here's my finished product. Let's recap what was done for today. Actually we started this last night. Alright, so here I had about I believe it was like 9 pounds, 8-pound duck. Right? I took the duck, I cut some of the extra skin, the excess fat off of it. Duck is a fatty bird. We spoke about this yesterday. I then poked holes throughout the skin, hitting that fat layer. You want to give that fat a place to run when it starts rendering. If you watch this video from start to finish, you'll see the pan I had inside of my Weber Kettle 22-inch was filled with duck fat. Not a bad fat. I'm probably going to go ahead and strain it out of there and use it for a different cook. Right, so now we have the 2 breasts, 2 wings, 2 legs. I also have the back here. I don't throw anything away. Now, I then salted this bird down and then it went into my fridge overnight for about a 10-hour rest in that cool air to help dry out that skin. I then got up about 12 hours later, started a fire using lump charcoal, royaloak to be specific, and a mixture of Kingsford blue bag charcoal. After that, I got my fire started. I then put a pan under where the duck would be cooking to catch all that fat. I did not want it to fill up my spillover tray. For this cook on my Weber Kettle 22-inch, I did use my smoke and sear attachment. I think it worked well for this purpose. One of the issues that I have when I cook poultry is I have an issue trying to get crispy skin. This was an exception, and I think that's because I actually started rendering out that duck fat to the point to where you can see it even looks crispy. It's actually quite delicious. I've been munching on this. I've been pulling pieces of meat off that duck back. It's simply delicious. Let's go ahead and get a taste on camera for you guys so I can go ahead and close this video out. Got some mac and cheese. One of the things I struggle with in making videos, usually I don't do a side, and I guess that's fine because the video is about duck. It's not necessarily about the mac and cheese. However, this is delicious too. So we're going to pick up one of these drumsticks. You see that there? I did hit this with glaze approximately 30 to 45 minutes before this bird was to be taken off. This bird took about a little bit over 3 hours. I'm going to get some more glaze on mine. Pretty good. It comes off the bone. The duck is really good. It's really good. You see that? It's tender. That fat has been rendered. Just pulls apart. It's really good. Some of those spices we use. The black pepper, the granulated garlic, and the Lawry seasoned salt is really coming through. I did not use any smoke. I relied on the smoke from the royaloak lump charcoal. This is delicious. I'll definitely be doing this again. I think next time I'll actually smoke it and separate the parts out and then fry some of them. This is really good. Let's get it. It's excellent. Guys, if you haven't done so, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to B Smokehouse on YouTube. I definitely appreciate the love you guys have been showing me through by way of your views and comments. Until next time, B Smokehouse out.